All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. How's everybody doing out there? Stream number one, late. Was gonna start at 9 o'clock, but we're here late. But we are here. Before I get into what we're gonna be doing now on the Valentine show, let's talk a little bit about the plans for the channel. The plans for the channel is that to have a live stream, which will be little by little making it better and better and better with your help, obviously. We're gonna have a live stream every Friday at 9 o'clock. It's gonna be we're gonna start it off at half an hour. We're gonna see what we could do. I ask patience for you guys because this is the first time ever I'm doing a live show, but I think we got this. I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna be talking about everything, the most important things that happen throughout the week. We're gonna try to, glimpse up on it a little bit, but this is live, so this is different. At the end of the show, we are going to I want to talk to you guys. I want to mingle with you guys. I want to co-mingle with you guys in the chat. I want you guys to ask me questions. The last maybe 10 or 15 minutes, depends what. I want to see your concerns. I want to see your questions. I want to see what are you guys thinking. We're going to make this, guys. In the Valentine show does not have 1,000 subscribers. You know where we're going with it? We're going to 1 million subscribers. Whether it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now, that's where we're headed, and it's gonna be only with your help. I'm gonna be doing things right now that again you probably won't see in other people live stream, but I'm brand new. We're starting. So the first thing that I gotta do is I gotta check my health. I gotta see who's in here. I gotta see if somebody's checking. I gotta see how's everybody doing. Let me know in the chat. How's everybody doing? Let me say something to you guys in the chat. What's up, people? What's up, my people? Let me do a little, I need to do a little sharing of the live stream. So you gotta give me a little patience. Let me see how easily we could do this. Actually, no, it's right here. We're here. Let me see where I can find it. Okay, here you go. Share button. Guys, if you see this, share it. You're gonna help me a lot. So give me 1 second, guys, while I share this right here. You can follow me. I'm on Facebook. I'm live on YouTube. Here we go. This is the only sharing that I'm gonna do. We go from there. Let's go. Let's go. Who's ready? I'm excited. Let's go. Juneteenth. Juneteenth is not a holiday. It's not an official holiday, but it's a holiday strictly for that was started by Republicans. The Emancipation Proclamation, the document that freed the slaves. When news got out, news traveled slowly. They not have the internet, obviously, back in those days. So slaves in Texas had not received the news that they were free by the Emancipation Proclamation by a Republican president, by Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. News hasn't gotten there. They get the news. It was in Texas. June 19th, 1866 is the first celebration of Juneteenth, exclusively to the party that freed the slaves. The Republican Party, the Democratic Party did not want the slaves to be freed. They are the party of the KKK. But people don't know that. They're going to want to say that the party switched. No, they didn't switch. The Democrats used their KKK to will its force. I mean, seems like they've been violent for a long time. The left, this political left, seems that they have this ingrained in them. The violence part, right? That's Juneteenth. Why? You tell me why. You tell me why. Do they have to bring sexuality into kids? Look, I don't care. I don't care at all what an adult does. I don't care what you do in the privacy of your bedroom. I do not care. As a matter of fact, you have the right to do whatever you want. God gives you the right to do whatever you want, but he's actually going to demand of you, why are you doing that? He gives you freedom of will to do whatever you want. But when it comes to kids, why are you influencing these kids? Why are you telling a 5-year-old that SpongeBob is gay? What is a 5-year-old gonna tell you? A 5-year-old is gonna be like, SpongeBob is gay? What do you mean SpongeBob is gay? What is gay, daddy? Do you have to explain to a 5-year-old child that SpongeBob is gay? Why? Leave him. Let's read a little bit about this. This is from TMC. SpongeBob SquarePants stands with the LGBT community. SpongeBob SquarePants stands with the LGBT community. Okay, I guess. SpongeBob SquarePants sexuality has entered the chat, and lo and behold, the Bikini Bottom dweller might be, as many suspected for years, gay. Nickelodeon tweeted Saturday in support for Pride Month and attached photos of 3 of their canon characters as a clear indicator that they are all part of the LGBT community, but without actually saying it outright. I mean, like, why don't you say it? Like, look, this baldy guy here, I forget. My children watch the show. He's in there. Now imagine me having to explain to my children, no, he's gay. Like, what is that, Dad? Like, do they even care? Because that's the thing. It's bringing the aspect of sexuality into it. You have to explain to them. If you're going to explain to them, oh, no, it's that he prefers going to bed with another man that is opposite of what a lot of the kids are seeing nowadays. He prefers to do that with another woman the same sex as her, and then he's gonna be like, Daddy, but why? I'm like, they shouldn't be having to worry about none of this stuff. They're worrying about SpongeBob flipping. What are the burgers called? Anybody? What's the name of the burgers? The Krabby Patties. There you go. The Krabby Patties, man. That's what they're worried about. Can you let the kids worry about the Krabby Patties, man? That's all they're asking for, right? I mean, it's not too hard. Okay, let me check this stream, guys. Let me see. I'm sorry. I think I got to do something else here. Just give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. There's some settings here. Again, I apologize. But all right, let me see. No, that's not it. Okay. All right, let's continue. So we have here, what is going on with this white girl, people? Can somebody explain to me the white girl situation? Can somebody just let me know? Yo, what is it that these white people feel so sorry about? Is it ignorance? Are they scared? Is it fear that they feel like they have to do this? Why so many entering and coming out and having feeling like they have to say something? Well, the left is saying that if you don't say something, well, that's silence is violence, as they say, right? Silence is violence, which is 100% false, a false narrative. This is the person that you see here on the screen right now is the CEO of, man, and I love this company too, man. The CEO of Chick-fil-A. This is the CEO of Chick-fil-A, and this man right here is. Let me tell you what this man right here is doing. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry. Look what this man right here is doing. His name is Dan Cathy. Man, I was on my way. I went to Georgia about what was it? 3 weeks ago now. And when I got there, man, had me some Chick-fil-A, those sandwiches, man. Can't compare it to the what's the other one? The Wendy's? Is it the Popeyes? The Popeyes, The fry, you cannot compare it. The fry, And the chicken nuggets, whatever they call them over there, you cannot compare it. It's just totally different thing. But what is this guy saying? Look at this, man. This is insanity, man. Christians should not be doing this. I don't care.
And this young man got up that was there in that service, and he'd been so gripped with conviction about the racism that was in that local community in a small town in Texas that he took a shoe brush. And he walked over to this elderly gentleman, and he knelt on his knees and began to shine his shoes. And tears began to flow in that service. It was an attitude of conviction. So I invite folks to put some words to action here. And if we need to find somebody that needs to have their shoe shine,
look at this, man.
We need to just go right on over.
By the way, he's not a Christian rapper. That's the thing. This is Lecrae. He sings about Christianity, but he don't call him a Christian rapper. He's like he doesn't want to get called a Christian rapper, which you don't understand. Like, isn't your first thing as a Christian? But this is Lecrae, and look what he says. Look, this white man, this guy I think is worth $6 billion. This guy's gonna walk to this other black man, and he's gonna start shining his shoes as a sign of repentance, as a sign of, I don't even know what, to be honest, because what does this white man in 2020 have to do with anything that happened in the past with slavery? What does this man have to do? And what does this black man also have to receive any forgiveness from a man that has nothing to do with what happened to his ancestors?
Over and shine their shoes. And whether they got tennis shoes on or not, maybe they got sandals on, it really doesn't matter. But there's a time in which we need to have, some personal action here. Maybe we need to give them a hug too.
Come on, man. Look.
Brother.
And some stock in Chick-fil-A.
He comes out, and give me some stock in Chick-fil-A. He doesn't say anything. But, you know what's the funny thing about that, right? If you do really feel like you owe the community a sorry, if you do really feel that, put some money on the line. Put your money where your mouth is. Really do something. Don't say something. Don't post a black square on your social media. Yeah, we're down for the cause. Yeah, no, put the money where your mouth is. Put some skin in the game. If you're really down for this quote unquote craziness that's going on. And look at this. 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 This is in North Carolina. We have church, and this is the thing with churches. This was at a church too. What is it? What's going on in Christianity in churches that they're falling for this, especially when Christianity itself says you don't take a bow for no human being. You only bow down to Jesus. You only bow down to the Lord. This is a story in the Bible where there's three Israelites that are getting taken captive into Babylon, right? Shadrach, and Abednego, right? In the story, they get taken there, and the king of the land, King Nebuchadnezzar, says they make this huge temple thing, right? What's it called? An idol, right? An idol. They make a huge idol. And they said, when the horn sounds, when this thing happens, everybody got to get down on their knees and pray to this idol. You know what the three Israelites did when that horn sounded? They stood right up. They're not bowing down. And you know what happened to them? They got thrown into a fiery furnace where God there rescues them, and King Nebuchadnezzar sees the power of the Almighty God. But this should not be happening. And what they're doing here is that they are washing the feet. Again, this is another biblical concept. Washing the feet and to show gratitude, to show that you're welcome and blah, blah, blah. But they're doing this, washing the feet. They're showing their guilt they feel because of slavery that they have nothing to do with whatsoever. Maybe their great-grandparents did, maybe they didn't. Who knows? Because every white person wasn't a slave owner, or every white person was a racist back in those days, right? And these people in 2020 are down on their knees washing the feet of these black people because of white guilt. Look at this, man. This is crazy. This is insane. Look at this, man. And then you know what's the funny thing about this, right? Then they're gonna bring in the police. The police is gonna be doing. They're gonna look at the police. The police is involved in this. The police is also involved in this. Oh, man. to be honest, let me tell you this. Let me tell you something. As a Christian, these officers probably are not Christian, and you should not be forcing these officers to do a religious act that they are not willing participants in. They are just employees, and they shouldn't be forced to do this. Yeah, this is the thing that it's the newest thing. Guys, give me 1 second. I have to check the privacy of this. I'm so sorry, guys. Again, we're doing this live. Is this private? Is this? I'm not even sure. So sorry, guys. Let me see. Let me see this. Here we go. I think I did that. All that. Hey, this is what happens. This is what happens when you do things live. All that was private. The stream was not on for everybody to see. So give me 1 second. Let me share this. Give me 1 second. Let me share this so we can make it hot. So we can make it hot, man. Oh my God. Hey, this is part of the game. This is part of the game, people. This is part of the game. This is part of the game. All right, we're gonna get into the DA. This is the DA from Georgia in the officer's case. I did a video. Now, for the people that are in the chat, you want to share it, you can share it. I did a video on this. Actually, just let me check one more thing. I think we should be good. Let me see. One more thing. I think we should be good. News and politics, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right, let's go, man. Let's go. Let me say what's up to you guys in the chat. Hello, chat. All right, here we go. We're ready. We're ready to rock and roll. Okay. I'm so sorry. 1 second. Let me see. Okay. All right. Let's go. All right, here we go. Ready to rock and roll. Okay, now we got 4 people, guys. I apologize. The people were expecting the stream at 9 o'clock. Again, for the people that don't know, we're going to be doing this live stream every single Friday. We're going to be doing it at 9 o'clock. It's going to be about a half an hour long, where we're going to be talking about most current events during the week. And I'm going to be interacting with you guys. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be great. I feel good. I feel ready to rock and roll. I feel good to take the Valentine show into the next phase of. We're heading to 1 million. Even though we don't got 1,000 subs, we're heading to 1 million. I believe it. Okay, here we go. Let's talk a little bit about this. This is the DA from Georgia in the case of the officer, Garrett Rolfe, who killed Rayshard Brooks. The people haven't seen it, go on my channel. You can see it. I talk about it detailedly. It's a very open and shut case. You have, and I'm gonna just go through it. That way you guys know exactly what's going on. Rayshard Brooks, everything was going nice and dandy. The Rayshard Brooks was courteous to the officers, 2 officers. Let me start it again. They make a call to a Wendy's. The people from the Wendy's, I think, if I'm not mistaken, call. They say that a man is blocking the drive-through. See, they possibly say that he's drunk, right? They call the cops. They give him a breathalyzer test. Actually, this takes about maybe about an hour, to be honest, this whole stop, right? So everything is nice and dandy. Rayshard Brooks is acting courteously with the officers. The officers are acting courteously with Rayshard Brooks. When it comes down that they're going to take him in, he starts resisting arrest. First, no. That's the first thing. If you want to get shot, resist arrest. I don't care who you are. Resist arrest, whether you're black, white, Chinese, resist arrest. Go ahead, do it, and you're going to get shot. So that's the first thing he does. He resists arrest. He starts wrestling with these 2 officers. Crime, number 1. He takes the electrical gun. Crime number 2, stealing government property on top of that, right? He wrestles with these 2 officers. He's able to beat both of these officers. He runs away. He's running away, right? One of the officers, Garrett Rolfe, he gives chase while Rayshard Brooks is running forward. Even look, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you go, I don't think it's live, right? But on Twitter, I even said, if this guy's just running forward, the officer did the wrong thing. He shot him on the back. He should have never done that if he was just running away from the officer. That's what I did. That was my initial reaction, preliminary reaction. I didn't have all the facts until I saw the full video and saw the details in it. He is running away towards the officer, but there's a point, and the officer's chasing back here. One officer, the other officer is like on the floor somewhere or something like that. He's running forward, running. And then he looks back and he shoots, bang. He shoots the stun gun to the officer. And that's where the officer shoots him 2 times. And sadly, Rayshard Brooks dies. So it went from good to worse real quick. Too bad, right? To horrible situation. So we have the DA charging the officer now with felony murder. This is live, people. By the way, for the people that are here, we're gonna, the end of the stream, maybe in about 15 minutes, we're gonna get down and dirty in the chat. I wanna talk to you guys. Don't leave. So this guy right here, the DA charges the officer with felony murder. He says that it was wrong for the officer to fight, right? To fight this person. Meanwhile, this is the same DA, and look what he says. By the way, the audio on this clip right here is gonna be one-sided only. It's gonna be, I think, on the left ear. You're gonna hear what the DA says regarding tasers, and this is what Rayshard Brooks took the officer's taser and shot back at the police. Look what he says.
And charged with aggravated assault of Ms. Pilgrim. And this is for pointing a taser at Mrs. Pilgrim. And as many of you all know, under Georgia law, a taser is considered as a deadly weapon under Georgia.
You heard what he said, right? Here we go. Look.
Taser is considered as a deadly weapon under Georgia law.
A taser is considered a deadly weapon under Georgia law. So this is the same guy that's saying that a taser is considered a deadly weapon. Rayshard Brooks fired a taser to this officer, yet the officer is charged with felony murder. Does that make any sense to you guys? If it does, let me know in the comments. Because I'm going to go crazy right here trying to make sense of this. To me, it's stupidity, to be honest. There is no logic. There's no logic. Seems that this is a pure political decision based on, obviously, the political and racial atmosphere in the country right now. But at the end of the day, you cannot send a man to jail because he was doing his job. Talking about send a man to jail, Atlanta, the next day, the same day, was suffering from the blue flu. What is the blue flu, you might ask? I'm going to answer you right now. When I say hello to the current viewers, the people on the chat, the 2 of you on the chat, say hello. Put your questions there. I will be getting to them as soon as possible in about 10 minutes. Please don't leave. If it's just 2 of you, I'm going to tell you right now, feel good because you are a part of history. Part of history. This is the show number 1 of the Valentine show, and we are going to make this happen, as they say, right? We are gonna make this good. So okay, so we're talking about this guy right here, right? It's insane what happened in Atlanta. The same day you get the blue flu going on in Atlanta, which is officers of Atlanta that they feel defrauded by the people that hire them. They start to call out and they do kind of like a walkout basically to the people, because this is the thing with officers. This is the thing. Okay, I understand. Don't get me wrong. I understand. I believe that there's some things that have to be fixed within the officers. I believe that. Yes, I believe that. Of course, 100%. But you cannot take the whole police force and throw it under the bus. The only reason we have a civilized society nowadays that you and me are able to raise a family, if now we will have to take up the arms and fight these criminals ourselves, is because of police officers who put their life on the line. We are able to have for the most part, a peaceful society. Just look, you had a taste of what a lawless society is, where all these crazy riots that were going on. Look, and these people are living within us. It's like a switch. It turns on, and these people are living within us. Who's gonna help us, and who's gonna stop these criminals from doing what they do? But police officers did that. I don't know. It might take, to be honest, the way it's going, because it's labeling all police officers bad, which is horrible. The way it's going, I think it might take a massive walkout from police officers nationwide. to let them know, hey, listen, man, that stupidity of defund the police, that's just plain stupidity. We need officers, right? And I think it might rise to the occasion where the officers are going to have to send a clear message to society. Listen, we're not all bad, we want to do our jobs, but you have to be cooperating with us as well, because being an officer is dangerous, man. Making decisions on the fly is crazy. Sometimes you have to make a decision you don't know until you're there, or you have to make decisions on the fly like that right away. These officers, a lot of them are very brave. Every time they step out to do a simple traffic stop, as a matter of fact, anytime they have their uniform on, is a big problem for them. They have a target on the back for everybody, and it's not fair for all those great police officers who are doing a great job. Let's talk about this. We're gonna get to DACA right now, but I want to talk about this right here. This is from Discern. This is look how it reads. Poll: more than half of U.S. voters believe that Joe Biden has early stages of dementia. Do you guys believe that? Who believes that? Who believes that in the chat? I'm gonna tell you right now, as a Christian, I really don't like to, as they say, crack on people who have problems. I don't like. I enjoy trolling. I love all that. I love making fun of people. I like this, but not on a personal level. Not something what I believe is going on with this guy right here, with Joe Biden. Joe Biden, I believe, is showing early signs of dementia. Or something is going up in his head, which I'm not sure what it is. They're calling it dementia. Let's read a little bit. This is again from Discern. It says, more than half of U.S. voters believe that Joe Biden has early stages of dementia. You see it in the gaffes that he's constantly doing. You see him the other day with a video that he left his mask on the side and he's talking like this while the mask is dangling. You've seen that. Whoever he picks for to be his number two, his vice president, is going to be very important, because he's probably not going to make it. Joe Biden has been in office for like 30, 40 years. All right. Duarte's in the house. Duarte and I, what's up, my brother? Thank you. You told me you were going to come here. I thank for everybody else who's here in the chat also. We're going to make it happen with the support of you guys. So here we go. Thank you again, my brother Duarte 809, for supporting me, and all the people that support me and all the people that have been with me since the beginning. I really appreciate that. And we're going to make something good of this channel. Trust me, we're going to make this happen. This is going to be the Joe Rogan, the Christian, non-cursing, real channel. Here we go. Let's get into it. Okay, so here we go. A poll conducted by Zogby Analytics on June 2nd found that more than half of the U.S. voters believe that the Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden is suffering from dementia. This is what he's showing on Live CB. This is what he's showing everywhere. He's talking about record players, talking about this, talking about that. Let's see what it says here. Of the 1,107 respondents to the online survey, 55% of likely voters said that they think Biden, which is he's 77, is in the early stages of dementia, while 45% said it was less likely. You heard that? 55% of voters in this poll right here say that they believe that Joe Biden, something's going up here. To tell you the truth, I believe that a loving family member of Joe Biden, somebody that loves him, not the Democratic Party, because the Democratic don't care. That's a machine. That thing is it just wants results. That doesn't care about anything. Joe Biden has worked a lot in public office. It's time for this man to retire. This man should have never been running. To be honest, if the Democratic Party wanted somebody, that's the thing. The Democratic Party right now, let's talk a little bit about that before I continue. The Democratic Party right now doesn't stand for anything sensible right now. It doesn't stand for anything down the line. A lot of the ideas of the Democratic Party are really radical stuff that the mainstream America is not even ready for. And mainstream America is going crazy right now, to be honest. Their beliefs are really going out there, really progressive, right? But they're not ready for some of the craziness that the Democratic Party is swinging through. The Democratic Party is not ready for it. America is not ready for a socialist president. For example, Bernie Sanders, exactly, who had a more lucid mind and has some ideas, right? He might have been a better candidate, but then his ideas are crazy. The young people like his idea because the young people fall for socialism, communism. They say, oh, get the those evil corporations get the capitalism is bad while they're chatting away and under iPhones and and all these great things that they and internet, all that comes from the private sector, right? They have no clue, right? Me myself, I was almost a Bernie bro. When I got into politics in 2016, believe it or not, I've only been into politics for now about 3 years and a half. First time voting was in 2016, believe it or not. The first person, I was going to college at the time, which I didn't finish. I was going to college. And the first person that tickled my ear was who, you think? Bernie Sanders. He said, hey, free college. And I'm like, yeah. And then I was like, who's paying for it? Oh, wait, taxpayer money. Wait, who's paying for it, right? So that's things that you don't ask, right? People don't ask, and they don't say where the money's coming from either, right? I think they grilled Bernie Sanders right before he dropped out or something like that. And so where's this, like, Medicare for, where's this money coming from? He's like, do you know where the money's coming from? He's like, no, I have no idea where the money's coming from. Neither do you. Like, he gave a real, like an old person type of response. Like, he didn't even know where the money's coming from, Medicare for, something that he's saying. All these ideas sound great, and I would love it. Who wouldn't love free healthcare for everybody? I would love it. On paper, that sounds good, but when it comes down to the economics of it, to the numbers of it, things just don't match up. Let's keep reading about Joe Biden. Let's see how this poll breaks down. So it says here, right? The results show that those who approve of Trump were the most likely to believe Biden could be suffering from dementia. That makes sense, of course. Obviously, people are biased towards their ideologies. Thus, the majority of Republicans, 77, more likely, and 23% less likely. 77% of Republicans believe that Joe Biden is suffering from dementia. And independent, 56% more likely, 44% less likely. Makes sense. Independents, right down the middle. Independent will probably lean a little bit more towards Republican, and that makes sense because of the poll. Republicans are 70% believing, independent 56%. Now it says, now let's see how the Democrats through Biden and early onset dementia, while nearly a third of Democrats, 32%, more likely, 68% less likely. Makes perfect sense. Democrats believe that he's not suffering from dementia, which is insane, man. A lot of this weird behavior coming from Biden. More likely, 68% less likely, though this was the case. The breakdown with men and women. Men believe 60% more likely. Women believe 40% less likely. Women believe 50. What it says here. Through it was likely that Biden's health was waning. Women 50% more likely and 50% less likely. That's Joe Biden's not looking good. I don't think, to be honest, I don't think they do not. Oh my God, man, it's gonna be a bloodbath. A debate, Joe Biden on the same stage with Donald Trump. Oh my God, that is not gonna be a fun thing. That's not gonna be fun at all. Fun at all. And I think somebody in the chat, let me know how old is Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump is around 70-something years old, but he doesn't look like he's 70-something years old. He's really active. Now let's talk about the Supreme Court decision of DACA. I made a whole video on this. If you haven't seen it, go see it. But I'm gonna let you know what happened. The decision came down from the Supreme Court of the United States on not on the legality of DACA, but on, they made a decision that the process that the United States government took, obviously being the Donald Trump presidency, was not the correct process on ending it. That's all they took. Not that the program is illegal or anything like that. Now, so basically they just provided a roadmap for the Trump administration to follow to end the program, which I think they are going to do. Now let's talk about who does it belong for to make the laws regarding immigration in the United States. And for every law, actually, everything is like this. All laws come from where? Not the president. The president is the executive branch. Comes from not the judicial either, because those are the courts. They uphold the law. So it comes from the legislative branch, which is Congress. Congress makes laws. Congress makes law pertaining to immigration according to section, Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution of the United States of America. They are the ones who decide this, not the president, not President Obama, when he did a executive order circumventing, jumping over jumping over the legal ways of doing this, jumping over the Congress and just making it law. Things don't work like that, right? So Obama made this executive order circumventing Congress, hence is an illegal move. And that's why actually Clarence Thomas, which they say he's the standard for conservatism in the Supreme Court, the black Clarence Thomas, the black justice, he was mad at the other justices because of that. Because like, why are you going to extend this more? You're just kicking the road, the issue down the line. And at the end of the day, you're making these kids suffer. To be honest, a lot of these adults, to be honest, also a lot of them are adults. You're making them suffer, waiting and waiting and waiting, and they're like in limbo. Let them know what's a decision that comes. To be honest, the most sensible decision, this is the most sensible decision, is to legalize these kids. Why? Because they were brought against their will into a country that they necessarily didn't want to come in. They were brought in by their parents. And why do I say, to be honest, they got to show some compassion. But the law itself to legalize these people has to come from Congress itself. Now, they need to obviously protect the southern border. If they're gonna legalize these kids, they have to also get some extra protection at the southern border, because you can't just leave the southern border open. I mentioned this in my video when this man ¿cómo se llama? Ronald Reagan signed an amnesty back in the 80s, right? When he legalized about 2 million people, he legalized it. He didn't reinforce the border. He legalized 2 million. Now we're up to 10 million, because it sends the message that, hey, come to the country, and we one day we're gonna give you an amnesty, which is not good. People, the citizens of the United States don't want that, and the legal residents of the United States don't want that, because it also hurts them. I mean, and that is just the law. Let's talk about a little bit about. It's gonna be the last story of the day. This is, I don't know if you could call this great news, but at least it's a little bit of we're trying to find out where or how this COVID-19 is infecting people, and why do some people suffer from it so bad and some people don't suffer from it at all. This is from the Jerusalem Post. People with type O blood more protective against COVID-19 studies. I don't even know what type blood I have. So the people that have type O blood suffer less than the people that have other types of blood. Let's read a little bit here. People with type O blood are more protective against COVID-19, study shows. And a person with a blood type A transmits the virus to a person with a type O blood. The type O blood will have antibodies that can fight the virus. You hear that? Natural antivirus that can fight the virus. People with type O blood have less of a chance of getting COVID-19, according to a number of studies published all over the world during the pandemic. But people with a type A might be more vulnerable. After the pandemic broke out, one of the questions that scientists and doctors became puzzled with by why was some people more susceptible to contracting and even succumbing to the disease caused by the coronavirus. Other people said also, I heard this, that it might have something to do with the genes also. So let's see, that the coronavirus, COVID-19, which is the disease caused by the coronavirus, the SARS-CoV-2, they say that it has to do with the blood, something that has to do with the blood, that is a blood-borne disease, that is, it's not like, it doesn't affect other types of the body, but just like a blood disease. Several studies have researched the link that genetics play in susceptibility to contracting the virus, and some more especially have linked the role played by the blood type. The studies all came to a similar conclusion. People with type blood O have less of a chance of getting COVID-19. Two studies came from Wuhan, the epicenter of COVID-19 outbreak. One researched the link between blood type, COVID-19 susceptibility, and the other investigated the link between blood types and the risk of contracting pneumonia caused by SARS-CoV-2. My dad got pneumonia. Thank God he's doing well. The people that follow me on Facebook, my dad is doing good. Thank God. He's like 95% recovered from the COVID-19, and he's doing well, thank God. The novel coronavirus, another study came out of Italy, which looked into the link between genetics and SARS-CoV-2. This is great news, man. This is great news, because some people know we're starting to give the links, right? We're starting to see what is what is doing what, who's affecting, and we're starting to treat the people that affecting. That way, the people that might have that type O blood would actually be able to go back to work and do things normally. That time has come to commingle with the chat a little bit. For the 4 people that are here, I need your questions, guys. Don't be afraid. We're gonna be commingling a little bit here for about 5 minutes. I want questions. I've never done this before. I've never had you guys ask me questions at all whatsoever. Like, I see a lot of YouTubers saying, where are you from and all of this. You guys never do this with me, man, and I've never done this with you guys. So this is the time. I'm gonna be here up in the chat to see what you guys are saying. Let me see who's here. Okay, Duarte809 said, this is not the first or last time that the Supreme Court makes a bad decision. This was a very political decision. Very political decision. The Clarence Thomas was mad at his colleagues for doing this. This was a 5-4 decision, and this is not good. But this shows, to be honest, the importance of the Supreme Court and the courts. Thank God Donald Trump has been able to put two conservative justices on there, and if he gets a third term, oh my God, guys will go crazy. If he gets a second term, the notorious RVD might be retiring, and Donald Trump might have to pick another justice. Let's get down in the chat, down and dirty. Who's here, man? Let me know, guys. I know there's 4 people here. I just wanted to say hello. Where are you from? Where are you watching? Let me know. Where are you watching? I want to talk to you guys, man. Again, reminding everybody, this will be going every single Friday. We are going to be doing this live. We're soon going to be incorporating I want a live call-in show. We're gonna be soon doing a little bit of that. We're gonna be doing a little bit of everything, man. Let me know, guys. Let me know. Okay. I know you guys are receiving this a little bit late. Oh, Duarte809 calling from the Boogie Down Bronx. Boogie Down Bronx, man. I was looking over some statics over the Bronx the other day, how they went in the 2016 elections. Out of the 5 boroughs, I think the Bronx had the biggest voting for Hillary Clinton, believe it or not. There's a lot of Latinos in the Bronx. There's a lot of blacks in the Bronx. Latinos, I believe. There's a lot of Spanish-speaking Latinos in the Bronx, and they don't really know the politics yet. They don't know the politics game. They don't know who's who. But the things that happen in the Democratic Party is that they have a lot of people that are running with similar last names. A lot of people that speak Spanish, a lot of Dominicans running for Congress, a lot of stuff like that, and a lot of Puerto Ricans running. So they see similar last names. They don't know the game, and they vote for these Democratic nominees, right? At the end of the day, Spanish and Latino communities, Latino culture, it's a conservative culture. We believe in God. We believe in family. We are anti-abortion. We believe in hard work. These are all Republican Party conservative values. But you get, again, these Democratic candidates running with Spanish last names, and then they have like no choice, I guess, on part that they don't speak the language. But that's actually one of the reasons I started the channel. Actually, for the people that are here, I do have a Spanish channel exclusively, which actually I'm gonna be going live in a couple minutes as soon as I shut down from here. I'm gonna be going live. I have a Spanish channel that I do with my wife where we talk about all the topics. Guys, I'm ready to shut it down. I hope you guys, I want to thank you so much, each and every one of you guys, for being here, for making this first number 1. We're going to remember this. Juneteenth, I remember. June 19th, 2020. We have done it. Thank you so much for being with me. One more time, subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. And let's make it happen. Guys, God bless. Godspeed me, Valentine. I'm out. Take care and God bless, guys. Let's see how we shut this down. One more time, subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. And let's make it happen, guys. God bless. Godspeed me, Valentine. I'm out. Take care and God bless, guys. Let's see how we shut this down.